Hi everyone, I am creating this intro video to let you know that throughout just a few videos, some of the audio was out of sync with the video, and halfway through my lips don't match what I'm saying. It starts fine, and then halfway through it gets out of sync and then resolves itself and goes back into sync by the last few minutes. So I just wanted to say I am aware of this. It's my first time recording here. I will be checking the Wi-Fi and seeing if I can possibly do something better on my end. I do know Mercury, my ruling planet, is encroaching. It's retrograde. So I do know that that tends to happen with the glitches that I experience. But there's a lot of detailed information in these forecasts. I still think you can enjoy them and get a lot of information because it didn't happen in all of them, and it didn't happen throughout the entire video. So I'm just giving you a heads up, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Leo. My name is Audrey Alison. I'm so happy to be here. I am in Jersey City in the top of my loft. My bedroom's ready, so I'm recording in here, sitting on the bed. My downstairs is still getting worked on a little bit. I was thinking I would be done in 21 days, but it takes a little bit longer. I'm very impatient. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience. I am using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place, my steadfast deck for each reading. Although I have 37 decks in my life, I really am drawn to this particular one. It's just a feeling I get. I get a lot of questions about it, so just take a minute to tell you that I love using it. I'm just innately drawn to it, and the feelings I get while using it are usually real strong. So that's why I use the alchemical deck. And I really appreciate the science element of the deck as well. It's a little bit more progressive. And what else did I want to say? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support, as well as on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. This month is amazing. It's not as tumultuous as October, November. We will have our downtime of a Mercury retrograde review, our fourth retrograde this year, which is rare. We normally have 3. So let's just start at the top of the month with our personal planet transits. On the 2nd of December, we have Mercury entering the sign of Capricorn. This month is really honed in and focused on your health, Leo, and your daily work, your routine, your grind, the 6th house of regimen and well-being. So Mercury here is a lot of information, details, analysis, and structure regarding diet, exercise. Oh, I love this. This is all about Leo, Leo rising, and Leo moon. Please watch your ascendant forecast if you're lucky enough to know the time of your birth. It'll be more accurate for transits. However, you can gain information from this, choose what works for you, and move forward into the next forecast. But Mercury conjunct Pluto in the sign of Capricorn is about changing the health practices and really studying in thorough detail how you are best aligned in your 6th house, in your health practices, workout, routine, diet, gathering the right tribe around you for health practices. Yeah, I like this. Gaining your tribe, your acupuncturist, your Reiki healer. And I said this in another forecast because the 6th house was applied as well. But gathering your tribe, your doctors, who's going to help you, nutritionists, everything, all things Eastern and Western medicinal energies. And Mercury's a lot of information. So you could be interviewing them. And that's one thing I'm getting. Don't allow doctors to just serve you. Interview your doctors. Interview your medical professionals. I recently saw a dermatologist and I almost wanted to lose it. In fact, I did. I almost reported him. Just very weird energy and assuming energy, sexist, misogynistic energy from this man. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check your medical professionals. And maybe you're doing a lot of interviewing and asking them questions. That's what Mercury does, wants information. Interesting. Now on the 7th, Venus enters Aquarius in your 7th house. Aquarius being your polar opposite, governing your soulmate sector. Venus is love, baby. That is a spectacular energy for Leo, Leo rising, Leo moon, who want to draw in a soulmate. Venus is attraction. Venus is love, goddess, Aphrodite. This is beautiful for people who already are married. You're communicating very well and expressing love through this from the 7th of December for 30 days. You've got strong attraction energy, but this is great for business partnerships as well, the 7th house of business. So see how that works for everyone individually. It can't be the same for everyone, but if you're looking to attract the right partner, I would get out in December and be visible. On the 13th, we have our full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini. Every December, we have our Gemini full moon. And this is in the 11th house. There is an ending and a connection to social clubs, groups, friendships, affiliations. Not everyone is coming with Leo and Leo rising into 2017. You might be ending or having closure with some friendships or relationships around mid-month, which is fine. Not everyone can exist forever. You know, sometimes we know and people and learn from them and then move forward. Sometimes energy just gets funky, so you just snip, snip. But the full moon in the 11th could see an end to membership dues. You're not renewing certain social dues or clubs or subscriptions going into the year of beginnings. That's fine too. It's all about whatever's serving you in the current moment. And only you can determine that. So base your decisions on what your desires are, not what the desires of others are. That's something I definitely had to learn over the last 2 years. And it helps because, you know, you're the only one that you know for a lifetime. It's not friends, it's you. And it's not meant to be selfish, it's just a reality. So you got to think about what's serving your best interest and move forward accordingly. The full moon's going to bring an awareness here, an illumination at her fullest, what needs to be seen, and you'll recognize it in the 11th house. It's also the house of your goals and your wishes. So if it's not applying to connection with social clubs, friendships, groups, and organizations, it could be an ending of an accomplishment of your goals. And maybe you've checked off a bucket list situation. You know, a full moon the 11th can have you obtaining that goal and ready to fill it up with a new one. On the 19th, we have Mars entering the sign of Pisces in your 8th house of intimacy and sex. So Leo rising, Leo moon, giddy up, because Mars in the 8th house conjunct Chiron is what Marvin Gaye was talking about, sexual healing. And you know, that's so funny because I never thought of that until this very moment. I don't have forecasts prepared. I don't have verbiage prepared beforehand. I have dates and the signs and the planets, but these are on the spot recordings. I have nothing prepared in advance, and I'm hearing, baby, I'm hot just like an oven. Yes, it's like Marvin Gaye. Sexual healing is going because Chiron, the asteroid, the wounded healer, is conjunct Mars in the 8th house of sex, intimacy, secrets, shared resources, things that are very, you know, intimate and exchangeable between people. That's so interesting. So, you know, this is a 60-day transit, Mars in the 8th. You will carry this energy through January, halfway through February. Very sexual, and go for it because the body is requiring it. Now, if this doesn't apply to any of you, and it can't all be the same way, even though I'm hearing Marvin Gaye in my head. This is about energy, fast, rapid-paced energy and stamina in regards to 8th house of wills, inheritances, estates, possibly property, shared resources. But I can't shake the passion involved in this, because Mars is heat and passion in the 8th house of sex. It's like, come on. You know, astrology is an interpretation. It can't be the same thing for everyone, but this is a great way to interpret it, I'll tell you that. If anything, you could find some good investors in the next 60 days from the 19th through mid-February. People wanting to quickly get involved in how there's the potential to earn money with you, Leo. Now on the 19th, again, that's when we begin our Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrogrades at 15 degrees of Capricorn on the 19th through January 8th, going direct at 28 degrees of Sagittarius. So going into Sagittarius 2 degrees to get a little bit of a review, not just in that 6th house where all this energy is with health and routine and diet, but a little bit into that romance sector. The tail end of the retrograde, which is the last week of the retrograde, January 1st through January 8th, this review sneaks into the 5th house of true love and romance. Some Leos and Leo risings are assessing who they're dating. They're assessing maybe the connection with their children and how this works for them. But the 5th house is love and romance and independent endeavors creatively as well, if that applies. But the main portion of this review is revision of the health and what you are doing to maintain the health. Revise, review, rewrite the structure, 6th house, of your daily routine, 6th house. So that's going to be interesting. And allow this last minute review. Allow the time you need to assess what works for you and your body before we begin a number 1 year of beginnings. That's what's up. On the 21st, the sun enters Capricorn in this 6th house, conjunct Mercury, conjunct Pluto. On the 29th, we have our new moon at 7 degrees of Capricorn in the 6th house. So again, new routines. Going into, Leo, going into 2017, on the 29th, right before New Year's Eve, with a new moon in the 6th house of health, is really having you feeling your best. You have things set up by New Year's Eve as far as maintaining the body, maintaining your job, the 6th house of work. There could be new work coming in. Not so much career, but not the 10th house of the midheaven and high social status, high promotion. This is more about changing how you work, changing how you spend every hour within your job. The method, the methodical energy is new, is shifting up here. Let's get to the cards. I'm excited to see what comes up for Leo. And I've been shuffling a lot through the reading. So I'll just draw in my 4 piles. Oh, and I wanted to say, with this new space, there's so many areas now that are conducive to recording that I'll be able to put out much more videos, many more videos. And I'm going to show how I read. I'm not taking away these forecasts. I'll just incorporate new ones. I'm getting a lot of emails regarding seeing the cards and seeing how I draw them. And I've been doing this on YouTube for 3 years now. Although I've been reading tarot for 22 years, I feel it's time to show a different element. I'm just figuring out how to do all of it. So, Leo, here are your cards for December 2016. And if you would like to read with me, I'm at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. you would choose your desired reading length via the PayPal button and select what works for you, make your payment, and then I receive an email. I'll get back to you in a few days with some times of my earliest available appointment options. And we can set it up, and you would call me on the phone. So that's how it works. Okay, Leo, here's your first card. Yes. This is the male Leo, King of Staves, King of Fire, King of Wands, whatever you prefer. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, master of your feelings. Leo's got a big fire. Leo rules the heart chakra. There's a tremendous feeling around Leo, and depending on your natal charts, your rising is severely important. So please watch that forecast as well. But Leo feels things very deeply, positive things and negative things. So let's see what else comes up. Ooh, 2 of Fire, 2 of Wands, the twin flames, Venus and Mercury, Hermes and Aphrodite, one lover lost in the other. Do you see Mercury here? Venus is down at the bottom, and Mercury's going into the Capricorn in the 6th house. Venus is entering Aquarius in the 7th house. Leo has got option for romance, 5th house, that you naturally govern. It's so sweet how it all adds up. Ooh, I just said 5th house, 5th house, fire that you naturally govern. Man, I have the chills. I am lit up in this loft. It's going to be on this year, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just so excited because my cards are just on point with the astrology. Look, 5th house. I said that some of you hold a lot of feeling for positive. Some of you hold a lot of feeling, whether it's negative or positive. Leo feels things. Okay, just like a lion. They're the most amazing, passionate lovers, but they'll rip your face off. So the 5 of Wands is some competition. It's also creative energy. Let's see what else comes up. All this fire for Leo too. Oh, okay, so it can't all be roses, but the 5 of Coins, another 5, and you're the 5th house naturally on the astrological wheel. Something might be missing in Leo's mind in terms of this relationship. Now, this can apply in a few ways. Some of you are garnering a lot of feelings for someone that you're already dating in particular. Fabulous. But there is some competition around that energy with the 5 of Wands. And maybe it's something that you feel is missing. I could see Leo with all this 6th house energy. I could see Leo making a list of pros and cons about what works for this relationship and what doesn't. What is missing and what isn't. Maybe you're not into the competition. No one competes with the lion of the jungle, baby. So if you're in a relationship with another fire sign, or if this is you, is that competition too much for you? You have one more card. Hierophant. The Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus in the Tarot, but it's also about counsel, therapy, a guru, learning, study, spirituality and metaphysical study. See how he's opening that book about astrology, or there's pictures of like stars and planets and the sun. Some of you might be going to relationship therapy because there's just a few pieces that are missing in this relationship, or couples therapy, whatever that is. I'm like, that's so foreign to me. Baby, I don't even know what that's about. But some people, I guess it works for, and that's great. Whoever this is, this could be just a yogi. You guys could be going to yoga together to get that missing link, to get connected, to get rid of the buzz, the chirping around you in that relationship. But to start with this, for those of you in relationship, you have a strong connection. It's undoubtable here, undeniable. For those of you looking for a relationship, you could meet them in very spiritual areas, like I said, anything metaphysical or Eastern, acupuncture, Reiki, anything that involves healing, saunas, or study, school, courses. And keep it Eastern, meaning, if you're studying astrology, keeping it in the tarot realm as well. There's a lot of spirituality to the Hierophant. And maybe some of you are attracting a Taurus or another fire sign is how I would interpret this. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm really appreciative of you stopping by, and following the channel. Sorry for the tongue twister at the end. My name is Audrey Alison. I'm wishing you a sweet December. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.